I'm going to go through some of the problems on the Unit 7 homework. This should help just in case you have some questions that we don't get to tomorrow. So, Adam earns $36 for 4, and it says hours, but it should be hours, as in time, of work. If he continues to be paid at the same rate, A, how long will it take him to earn $144? So let's take a look. The rate he's getting paid at is $36 for every 4 hours. If we figured out how much he gets paid per hour, we would do 36 divided by 4, which is $9 per hour. So now we can figure out if it's $144 and he gets paid $9 per hour. If we take 144 and divide it by 9, we get 16, and that is our hours. You could also set it up like this. 144 over that, our x, our variable, or our unknown right now, and then this would be $9 for 1 hour. So how do you get from 9 to 144? Multiply by 16. How do you get from 1 to x? We're again multiplying by 16, because whatever you do to the bottom, you have to do the top, giant 1. So, excuse me, same thing for number 2. How are we going to figure out how long it'll take them to earn $222? So we're going to take our 222 and divide by 9, and we get 222 divided by 9. We get 24.6 repeating, and that is our hours. Okay, and then the last one, it says, how could you describe his rate for a 40-hour work week? Well, so 40 hours is equal to 1 week. How much does he get paid? I'm going to set it up like this. 40 hours over 1 week. He gets paid $9 an hour. Sorry, I don't want to set it up like that. We would take our 40 hours and multiply by the $9 per hour, and we get $360 per 40 hours. So if 40 hours is 1 week, he gets $360 per week. Alright, let's keep going. The next one I want to talk about is number 3. It says draw a rectangle with the area of 22 square units. Find the perimeter of the rectangle. Label the length and width of the rectangle. So if area of a rectangle is base times height, or length times width, we need to find something, 2 numbers, that when we multiply them together we get 22. So an option would be 1 times 22, and that would give us 22 square units, or 2 times 11 would give us 22 square units. So this can be my 1 by 22. So then this would be 22, that would be 1. The perimeter is equal to 22 plus 22 is 44. plus 1 is 45, plus 1 is 46, and that would be units. And the area is 22 square units. And you could do the other one, you could do a 2 by 11 and find those as well. All right, next one I want to talk about is number 6. It says calculate the following products. This is multiplication. Products equals multiply. So what we really have is 12% times 32.8. I can write this as 0.12 times 32.8. 0.12 times 32.8, and we get 3.936, or 3,936 thousandths. Okay, and then the next one, we have 2 2/3 times 3/11. We can either use the rectangle, we could put this into an improper fraction, which is what I'm going to do. So 2 times 3 is 6, plus 2 is 8. This becomes 8/3 times 3/11, and we just multiply across. We get 24 33rds. Both of those are divisible by 3. 24 divided by 3 is 8. And 33 divided by 3 is 11. And there's our answer. All right, this one. Which company offers the lowest unit rate per minute? Show how you decided. Unit rate. We have price and we have number of minutes. So it's going to be price per minute. So I'm just going to do the first one and let you guys do the next ones. And then you can figure out which one is the lowest. So we have A, B, and C, and they have a price of $19 and 95 cents divided by 100 minutes. So we have 19.95 divided by 100, and we get 0.1995. And this is dollars per minute. So we're taking the price divided by the number of minutes to get our rate. And this is really, if we rounded, this would be about 20 cents per minute. This is just really specific. So you can go ahead and do the rest of those and then figure out which one has the lowest. All right, the next one that I want to look at is number 10. And it says, look carefully at the algebra tiles to fill in each of the steps. Use your own numbers in the trials, and then, again, consider fractions, decimals, and 0. Sorry, just trying to organize a little. So pick a number. Our algebra tile picture was x. Remember, we picked x because we could all pick a different number, and this magic trick will work no matter what. All right, so then we're looking from this picture to this picture. How do we go from x to x plus 3? Well, we add 3. And then how do we go from x plus 3 to 3x plus 9? Well, we have this exact row 1, 2, 3 times, so we're multiplying by 3. And then we have 3x plus 6. So we had 3x plus 9, and we're going to 3x plus 6. What's changing? We're taking away or subtracting 3. And then we have 3x plus 6, and then x plus 2. Well, everything, we have 3 groups of each of those, so we divided by 3. Last step, subtract the original number. Now, we should do a trial. Let's do one together. You can pick the others. I'm going to do a decimal. I'm going to do 0.5. So 0.5 plus 3 would be 3.5. If we multiply 3.5 times 3, 10.5. Minus 3 would be 7.5. 7.5 divided by 3 is 2.5. And then subtract our original number. We subtract 0.5, we're left with 2, which is what we should have been left with. So you can go ahead and do the other two trials. You can pause and do the other ones. All right. Number 12, it says translate each of these situations into a variable expression such as those found in a magic number chart. Okay, so pick a number and multiply it by 7. Pick a number would be x, multiply it by 7 would be times 7, and this is why we don't use x's as multiplication anymore, because it looks like x, x, and 7. So this would be x times 7 or 7x. Says pick a number. We're just going to do this one. Pick a number, x divided by 8. So this becomes x over 8. All right, the rest of those you can do. Those are just a couple examples. Number 13, we're just going to do the first one. For each of the following pairs of fractions, complete the fraction on the right so the two fractions are equivalent using the giant 1. So, how do we get from 30 to 6? Well, we divide by 5. So let's divide that one, 35 by 5, and we get 7. That's what you're doing. Okay, let's look at number 14. It says, Janine earns $5 an hour babysitting her neighbor's 3 children. How much will Janine earn if she starts at 7:30 p.m. and ends at 12:30 a.m.? So I'm just going to figure out, first of all, how many hours that is. So 7:30 to 8:30 would be 1, to 9:30, 2, 10:30, 3 hours, 11:30, 4 hours, and then 12:30, that'd be 5 hours. Times the $5 per hour, and she's going to earn $25. Okay, so you first need to figure out how many hours she worked, and then multiply that number by 5. All right, rewrite each of the expressions using the distributive property. We're just going to go through one again. So let's look at this one. And I went through and showed my class the rainbow method. So remember, everything that's on the inside gets multiplied by what's on the outside. So this becomes 5 times 2x, which would be 5 times 2, 10, and then keep the x. We're going to add, because that's what symbol's there, 5 times 1, which is just 5. So there is the new expression after we distribute. So you can do that with B and C. All right, number 16 says, write an inequality for the problem below and solve it. Show your solutions on the number line. Be sure to define your variable. So, Western Airlines will allow you to fly with suitcases that weigh no more than 50 pounds. If your suitcase weighs 8 pounds and the school books you need to bring on your trip weigh 11 pounds, how many pounds of clothes and other items can you pack? So, X is going to be my clothes and other items. You can pick any variable, it really doesn't matter. So my suitcase weighs 8 pounds, so the 8 pounds plus the 11 pounds of school books plus X, our clothes and other items, cannot weigh more than 50 pounds. Can it equal 50 pounds? Sure. It doesn't say can't be 50 pounds. It doesn't say less than 50 pounds. It says no more. So it can be 50 pounds, so it could be equal, but it has to be less than or equal to 50. Okay? So this is where I'm going to make this stuff a little smaller. This is where we need to start combining our like terms. So we have 8 and 11, which we combine to make 19. So if we add 19 and x, it has to be less than 50. So thinking of inverse operations, I'm going to take 19 away from both of my sides, and I'm going to be left with x over here. So if we take away 19 from 50, x is going to have to be less than or equal to 31. So my clothes and other items needs to be less than or equal to 31 pounds. So here I'm just going to say that this is 31. And it's a closed dot because it's 31 is part of the solution. And then my line's going to be going to the left towards the numbers that are less than 31. So we have to do something that makes it true. What makes it true? So it can be 31 or any number less than 31 is the number of pounds of clothes and other items you can pack. All right. Maria was putting together party favors for her niece's birthday party. She put 3 small chocolate candies and 4 hard candies into each bag. If Maria has 10 bags, how many candies did she use in all? So this is the distributive property. It says Maria, she put 3 chocolate candies, so 3 chocolates, and 4, so sorry, please ignore that, 4 hard candies in each bag, and she has 10 bags. How many candies did she use in all? Well, 10 bags with 3 chocolates would be 30 chocolates, and 40 hard candies, so that's 70, I just multiplied, 70 total candies. All right. And then it says to represent the total number of candies in 10 bags, you would write the expression as 10, and I'm just going to add that plus sign, multiplied by 3 plus 4. What expression would you write to represent the total number of candies if Maria had to make 12 bags instead of 10? So 12 bags with 3 chocolate plus 4 hard candies. All right, and the very last one, the generic rectangle. It's been a while, but we can still do these. I'm just going to help get them set up, and then you should be able to finish. So let's take 467 first. So the hundreds place, there's a 4, so that'd be 400 plus 60 plus 7. We're done with that one. And then our other number is 300 plus 90 plus 2. And then remember, we multiply. So this box would be 400 times 300, or 12, and then add 4 zeros, so 120,000. 300 times 60, 18, add 3 zeros, or 18,000. So you do that for all of them. 300 times 7, 2,100, or 2,100. And then add up all of your answers to get the total. All right, I hope that helps. Come with questions tomorrow.